Are you looking for positive change in veterinary medicine and people who think outside of the box? If so, I think you're in the right place. Hi there, my name is Dr. Stacy Cordovano, and I want to help people learn to be happier, healthier, wealthier, and more grateful for the lives that we've created. Welcome to the Whole Veterinarian Podcast. Hi, welcome to another episode of Vet Truck Confidential with my friends and colleagues, Dr. Kelly Zaytunian and Dr. Misty Gray. Let's just jump right into the episode. Hope you enjoy. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Oh, God. Kelly's already frozen. Jesus.
No, I wasn't. I just was tired. I just was like open mouth breathing.
I have no idea what it is we're actually doing. So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I have an idea. I want to start this a little differently because I heard about this idea for starting team meetings from our guru, Brene, and I want to try it with you guys. Is that okay?
Yep.
Let's do it.
So she suggests doing a 2-word check-in to start your team meeting. So I'm going to ask you both, and I will share 2 words that describe how you're doing, headspace, and then in theory, we'd start our meeting after that. So Misty looks deep in thought. So Kelly, you're up.
Anxious and optimistic.
Okay. Misty.
Overscheduled, but also optimistic.
Okay. I think mine too will be, is overscheduled the word for, no, having, what's the word for having too many things on my to-do list? Okay, I'll just go with overwhelmed and excited. So that's it. That's all you do. But as the team leader, you would take note of any negativity or negative words and then make a point to follow up with your team members on ways in which you can support them. So for Kelly, I would pull her aside or give her a call as she hopped in her truck and say, "Hey, Kelly, I know that you said you were feeling anxious today, and I want to know what is 1 or 2 ways that I can support you in helping to alleviate that anxiety today or this week."
My response would be, I like to have answers and be able to solve problems immediately and think through my responses. So don't give me tasks or new exercises without advanced warning because I like the time to plan ahead and sort of think through my response.
I think that's an excellent point. Yes, probably if you're going to do this with your team, you should give them a heads up, right? Like I did spring it on you guys for kind of fun effect, but probably not the most psychologically safe way to get people to answer. So great. Okay. Well, now I know. Next time I won't spring any new intros on you for the podcast.
But that could be, in work settings, right? Like don't put me on the spot asking me to do this thing without giving me a little bit of time to think it through so that I give you the most appropriate and like logistically making sense answer for, I don't know, like scheduling things.
Yeah.
Right.
So like an email would be better to you than like, "Hey, Kelly, I'm calling you on the phone. Like, can you go like do this for me?"
Yeah. Like if I'm in the middle of the day and I'm out and about and I can't sit and look at the calendar, then I might give the office team a quick answer just to feel like I've answered them. Cause I also have that habit of like wanting to just get done and then go to the next thing. But really like having the time to look at it in front of the computer, I can say, well, this makes sense for this and that. And I would feel better about meeting everyone's needs because I was better set up to like have all the information in front of me.
Yeah. Okay. So then with Misty, probably this isn't going to help you given our distance, but maybe. But if you were working together, like, "Hey, Misty, I noticed in the meeting today, you said you were overscheduled. Are there a couple things I can pull off your plate, or we can talk about how to delegate to other team members?"
Yeah. I would just say that I'm looking at my overscheduledness And there's not, but sometimes just having somebody recognize, like commiserate for a minute about it, and maybe giving a tip for future days. These things that are scheduled are things that I committed to myself in an effort to not say no.
Are we doing that? Are we making an effort not to say? So yes. So my reminder to you would be, this is the year of no, not the year of not saying no.
Yeah. Yeah. So we could have a short conversation about that.
Yep. We all need that reminder.
It's just today. But you know what? When I think about my private practice days, that would have also gone on, like frequently I would have felt the refrain that I was overscheduled. And it probably would have been helpful to have someone brainstorm with me ways to delegate stuff either to the office staff or the technical staff, things like that. So
cool. Yeah, I thought it was, when I heard it, I thought it was a really cool idea and a way to just develop deeper connections with team members and show support. And again, we've talked about this before, like leadership is hard and that takes time, and got to kind of schedule that into your own schedule as a leader. But I think it's important.
all right, I have a question. How do you, assuming usually it's the team leader that is leading all of the meetings, how do you ensure that that stays authentic and genuine and doesn't become a like way just to, I don't know, get negative attention or have you solved my problem? Like, what if every meeting you showed up to and you were like, okay, today I'm going to say this and this because I need my boss to solve my already busy boss to solve my problem. Is that a concern?
Well, I think you could maybe do other work in other exercises, right? So maybe it's not every meeting starting with this question. Like, I think there's other ways to ask how somebody's doing without asking how they're doing, right? So, like, as an example, another question that we sometimes start on do in our staff meetings is like rate your past week, month since the last meeting, on a scale of 1 to 10. And somebody says maybe 8. And then I like to follow up with, well, what would have made it a 9? And that's a way of them sort of saying, maybe for you, Misty, it would have been like having my schedule be a little bit more efficiently planned or not having quite so much on my schedule. And then I'll also ask you, what would have made it a 7? So what would have made it worse? And I think that's a way of indirectly asking people, kind of, you're getting people's pain points from them out of that. So, maybe it's rotating the exercises.
I like that.
I think that going back to your specific question, I mean, I think inherently veterinarians are hard workers, right? I don't know that we're like looking for people to solve our problems. And if it really is like consistent every week that like I am looking for that, like maybe that's a deeper dive with the person of whether it's a good fit for like both sides, or like, do they actually need other help, that like outside help, that, counseling or support in some other way. So I don't know. I personally wouldn't be afraid of that happening, but I guess in some world I could see it happening. And then it's like a kind of a symptom or a sign of a bigger issue, I think.
I wholeheartedly agree with that and have personally experienced that, where like you just have an individual who just is constantly upset, unhappy, disturbed, worried, anxious. We'll use that word as well. And that's when you do need to start questioning, are there external factors that you can't support or help? And you need to get that person external help? Or are there internal factors and it is maybe not the best fit, the core values aren't there, and so you're constantly going to be butting up against issues. And I know that we'll have a future podcast about core values, so that'll be exciting to talk about a little bit more.
Either have like fun meeting icebreakers that aren't, is there value to that too? Not just like probing meeting icebreakers, but also just lighthearted?
No, yeah, I think there probably
There will be no fun at these meetings.
fun. We don't allow fun here. No, I think there probably is. You know, I have a pretty small team, so it sort of doesn't need to be forced, but in a bigger team, I'm sure. Well, you have experience in a larger team. Have you guys done in your past any more fun icebreakers?
We did highs and lows. That's not fun necessarily. That's kind of the same line, I think, of the 1 to 10 and the other. I did do some job interviews one time for a non-veterinary role, and one of the interviewers asked the interviewees if they were an animal, what animal would encompass their personality, and like that got some really interesting and funny. I mean, like obviously it was at an equine practice, so a lot of people said, "Oh, horse," but not everybody. You know, like there were some cute and funny ones.
Yeah, good. I think I think we all agree that more high quality team meetings probably can benefit every equine vet practice. And these are just a couple ideas on ways to get started if you feel like you're not good at them. I'll also put a link to the episodes where the practice culture talked about how to run a good meeting. It's like a 2-parter that was released on the Whole Veterinarian last year. That also is helpful, but that's a much deeper dive into different aspects of running a meeting. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to try on you guys. And now I know that I need to give Kelly a warning.
I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to give the wrong answer about my feelings.
Don't you know this is a psychologically safe environment? There are no wrong answers, Kelly. All right, ladies, good to see you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with us. We so very much appreciate it and truly hope that it helps you just a little bit. We hope you are doing well, and we will talk to you again soon.